You are sitting on your couch right now, scrolling, drinking coffee. Perfectly normal. Now rewind 100,000 years. You are a Homo sapien walking through a forest in Europe. It is cold. The sun is low. You are hunting a deer with a wooden spear. But you are not alone. 10 miles away, a Neanderthal is tracking the same deer. She is shorter than you, stockier. Her eyes are bigger because her ancestors spent hundreds of thousands of years in dark northern winters. She is also human. Just not your kind of human. 50 miles east, a Denisovan is fishing the same river. Her pinky bone will one day be found in a Siberian cave and blow every anthropologist's mind. 5,000 miles south, on an island in Indonesia, a 3.5-foot tall human is roasting a giant rat over a fire. And somewhere in Asia, the last Homo erectus is lighting a stick. His kind has walked the earth for nearly 2 million years. That is longer than our species has even existed. Right now, in this moment, there are 9 different human species walking the planet. Today, there is one, you. What happened to the other 8? Here is the first thing you need to understand. You would assume we won because we were smarter, bigger brains, better tools. The inevitable victors of evolution. But that is not what happened, not even close. Neanderthals had bigger brains than us. Bigger, actually. They were stronger. They had been surviving Ice Age Europe for 300,000 years before we even showed up. Homo erectus survived for 2 million years. That is 10 times longer than our species has been around. We were the new guys, the rookies, the ones who showed up late to a party that had been running for 2 million years. And yet we are the only ones left. The leading theory among paleoanthropologists is not that we were inevitably superior. It is that we got lucky, and we may have been brutal. Paleoanthropologists call this the human bottleneck or the late Pleistocene extinction event. Basically, for 2 million years, humanity was a family tree with many branches. Then, around 50,000 years ago, all the other branches started dying, and every single one died after we arrived. Let us meet the other 8. Number 1 is Homo erectus. This is the first true human to leave Africa, the first to use fire consistently, the first to hunt big game. They spread from Africa all the way to Southeast Asia. They survived for nearly 2 million years. That is the longest run of any human species ever. Here is the part that should bother you. The last known population of Homo erectus lived on the island of Java, in Indonesia. They survived until about 50,000 years ago. That is the exact same time that Homo sapiens reached Southeast Asia. They were still alive when Neanderthals were thriving in Europe. They were still alive when Denisovans were crossing Siberia. They had been around for 2 million years, and within a few thousand years of our arrival, they vanished. Coincidence? Maybe, but paleoanthropologists note a pattern. Number 2 is the one you have heard of, Homo neanderthalensis. Neanderthals lived in Europe and Western Asia for about 400,000 years. They were incredible. They made complex stone tools. They buried their dead. There is evidence they used red ochre pigments, which some researchers think could be body paint or ritual. They had brains that were, on average, larger than modern humans. They had bigger eyes, better night vision. They were built for Ice Age darkness. And then we showed up. Modern humans entered Europe around 45,000 years ago. Neanderthals disappeared about 40,000 years ago. That is a window of just 5,000 years. That is the blink of an eye in evolutionary time. They survived 400,000 years of Ice Age winters. They survived mammoths and cave bears and bitter cold. They did not survive us. The question that haunts archaeologists is, what did we do to them? They were stronger. They were adapted to the cold. They had bigger brains. And yet they vanished. The simple answer is competition. We hunted the same deer. We gathered the same plants. We wanted the same caves. But there is a darker possibility. At a site called Les Roues in France, researchers found Neanderthal bones with cut marks that look exactly like butchering marks on deer bones. The evidence is contested. Some argue the marks are natural, but others say it looks like processing for consumption. We did not just outcompete them. We might have eaten them. Now that is a theory, not a proven fact. We do not know for sure, but it is not a comfortable thought. Number 3 is the weird one, Homo denisova. We did not even know they existed until 2010. A single pinky bone found in Denisova cave, Siberia, changed everything. They were widespread from Siberia all the way to the Tibetan Plateau. And here's where it gets really interesting. Denisovans had a genetic adaptation for living at high altitudes. It is the same adaptation that modern Tibetans have. They thrived in thin air. They thrived in freezing cold. And then, around 50,000 years ago, they vanished, right around the time sapiens expanded into Asia. Number 4 is the Hobbit, Homo floresiensis, found on the island of Flores in Indonesia. They were 3.5 feet tall, tiny brains. But they made stone tools and hunted dwarf elephants. They lived on that island for hundreds of thousands of years, isolated from the rest of the world. And they survived until about 50,000 years ago, right when sapiens reached Southeast Asia. They vanished from the fossil record at exactly the same time we show up on their island. Number 5 was discovered in 2020, Homo luzonensis, found in the Philippines. Another tiny hominin, another island species, dated to about 50,000 years ago. Another one that survived until right when we arrived. Number 6 is Homo naledi, discovered in South Africa's Rising Star Cave system in 2013. Naledi is strange. They had small brains, ape-like shoulders. They could climb like apes, but they also had human-like hands and feet. Here's the part that should bother you. They were dated to about 300,000 years ago. That means they were alive at the same time as early Homo sapiens in Africa, and they were found deep inside a cave system, in a chamber that would have been pitch black. They may have deliberately placed their dead there. That is ritual behavior. For a small-brained species, that is shocking, and they vanish. Right around when we start spreading. Here is the pattern. Every single other human species we have discovered went extinct after Homo sapiens arrived in their territory. Every single one, Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans in Asia, erectus in Java, floresiensis and luzonensis on their islands, naledi in South Africa. The correlation is undeniable. Now, correlation is not causation, but it is not nothing either. So what actually killed them? A good question you might have right now is, but what about climate? Did not all these extinctions happen during a massive climate shift? Yes, absolutely. Around 50 to 40,000 years ago, the Earth went through a period of extreme climate instability. There were pulses of rapid cooling and warming. It was brutal, but here is the thing. These species had survived ice ages before. Neanderthals survived hundreds of thousands of years of them. Erectus survived 2 million years of them. This was not the first cold snap. So why did they die this time? The leading theory is a combination. Climate stressed them. It reduced their food. It pushed them into smaller areas. And then we showed up a new top predator, a new competitor, a species that could cooperate, adapt, and hunt in ways they had never seen. We were the final push. Now here is the part that changes everything. They are not entirely gone. In 2010, scientists sequenced the Neanderthal genome, and they found something shocking. 1 to 4% of the DNA of every person of non-African descent is Neanderthal. If you are reading this and you are not from Africa, you have Neanderthal genes. Right now, in your body. Denisovan DNA is even higher in some populations, up to 6% in Melanesian people. We did not just replace them, we absorbed them, we interbred. That means the other 8 species did not vanish completely. They are still here. They are in your immune system. They are in your skin. They are in your ability to survive at high altitudes. Their ghosts walk around in your cells. So the final question is not what killed them. The final question is why us? Why did Homo sapiens survive while every other human species died? There is no single answer. But researchers point to a few things. We had better social networks. We could trade over long distances. We could cooperate with strangers. We had better technology. Eventually, we had projectile weapons. We had boats. We were more adaptable. We could live in jungles, deserts, and tundras. And we were lucky. The other species were specialized. Neanderthals were built for cold. Floresiensis was built for islands. We were generalists. We could eat almost anything. We could live almost anywhere. When climate change hit, the specialists starved. We adapted, and then we spread. And wherever we spread, the others disappeared. Think about that for a second. For 2 million years, humanity was a family of 9. We were not inevitable. We were not destined. We were one branch among many, a lucky survivor. Every other way of being human is gone. The stocky, cold-adapted Neanderthals, the tiny hobbits on their islands, the 2 million-year-old erectus, the Denisovans who thrived on the roof of the world, all gone. And the only one left is the one that got lucky. The one that was generalist enough, cooperative enough, and possibly brutal enough. But here is the part that should give you pause. They are not fully gone. They are in you. 1 to 4% of you is Neanderthal. Up to 6% in some is Denisovan. The other 8 species did not vanish. They were absorbed. They live on in your skin, your immune system, your ability to survive thin air. Being human today is not a destiny. It is not the inevitable outcome of evolution. It is a bloody, lucky, gorgeous fluke. You are the 9th species, the last one standing. So next time you look in the mirror, remember, you are not just Homo sapiens. You are also a little bit Neanderthal, a little bit Denisovan. You are the survivor of a 2 million-year war, and you are the only one left. There is a whole world of these human mysteries. Why do we sleep? Why do we get scared? Why do we bury our dead? We have more coming. Stick around if you are curious about being human, because the story is not over. We are still writing it. All 9 of us,